thinking it's going to be Disco Elysium. We're going to keep Borderlands in the Tuesday slot, so that will just keep rolling on as Borderlands as we go through different games. For Terraria, I don't think we're going to get through that anytime soon. But we could pick up another indie game like Celeste was on my list. But another fun game that I think could fit in, I mean, wherever. It doesn't really matter what day I play them, but you know, it's just a matter if I play another game first or whatever. But I was thinking of playing through the Lego Star Wars games. I have the Skywalker collection, or whatever that collection is called, the most recent one. I have that collection in my wish list. So I was thinking about buying that and playing through that. That could just be a lot of, you know, good fun times. We could keep playing that for a while. Let me pick up these star blessings first. Talk about that. So we have the Regal Capresh. Again, not too sure how to pronounce that. Relief on enemies triggers at the end of my turn. Increases relief applied by 1. Okay, that fits exactly into our build. Every 20 times you deal purification, double that purification. Okay, not bad. Every 3 turns, apply 2 light shield to all targets. Also not bad. This could save a run. I'll go ahead and pick it up because that's a run saver right there. Just to have free light shield every few rounds. Anyways, yeah. I was thinking about buying Lego Star Wars, playing through that. Because I've kind of always wanted to play through those games. I've played the classic, like, episode 1 through 6 Lego Star Wars games. But I've never played the newer ones that are part of that Skywalker collection. I still don't know if that's what it's called, but hopefully you know what I'm talking about when I say that. So as of right now, unless something changes, aka my mind, or something else, some other game comes out, it's gonna be Lego Star Wars, Celeste, or Disco Elysium next on the docket. Which, honestly, I'm pretty excited for. Out of all of those, the only one I'm even slightly familiar with is Lego Star Wars. But Disco Elysium and Celeste would definitely be, you know, fresh for me. Oops, I did not mean to do that. In a perfect world, I'd say I would want to play like Silk Song, Hollow Knight Silk Song or something. But obviously that game is never going to come out. So hopefully I get the chance to play it one day, but probably not going to be anytime soon. Hey, nice. Exactly what we needed there. That'll protect us from getting hit. What can we do with all of these? Going to heal with those. Obviously, we need to do something with all of these. think having one affliction on the enemy is not so bad. We can manage with that. We use these on ourselves. That takes away 5 shields, so we should be left with 7, I believe. And we should still be protected from getting hit. That's okay. And then we also have this. Apply 1 affliction to an enemy, deal 10 purification to the same target for the amount of affliction that they have. It would be 20 damage. Yeah, I think is worth it. Let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, that worked out great. You'll be able to end the fight, like, right now. So obviously we do have to get through this game first before we even, you know, think more about what other games to play, but that's what I've got on the docket. I'm not too sure which one in particular I'm going to choose to play first. I guess I had some idea of, like, what games I want to play on what day, if that makes any sense. Oh, hold on. We had this a long time ago, and it turned out to be really good for us. Let's see if this would also be good on this run. At the start of battle, gain 10 concentration. At the start of your turn, gain 1 inner warmth. But from now on, you only have 1 heart. Right, okay, that was the trade-off there. So that'd be like 10 soul heat all the time, pretty much. Which could be useful. We could use that for our virtue, deal some extra damage, but to be honest with you, I don't know if there's a lot else we can do with soul heat right now. We have a lot of relief stuff, enchanting stuff, but not really any soul heat related stuff, so I don't know if I want to take that. Otherwise, we have the Nebula Rose. Draw 1 additional die per turn. At the start of battle, apply 1 thorn to a random enemy. Okay. Or Condemned Reliquary. Draw 1 additional die per turn, and at the start of battle, add 3 wound hex die into your pool. Yeah, that'll be the one. Least dangerous for us, again. Anyways, yeah, I don't know which game in particular I would start off with. But I did have some idea in my head of, like, oh, on Sundays it's going to be a more kind of family-friendly, lighthearted game like Bloons. Tuesdays would be something more mature, I suppose, which is why Borderlands is in that spot right now. Thursday's kind of a mixed bag, so it could be kind of anything. I was thinking Disco Elysium for that slot, so once we get done with this game, we would go to Disco Elysium. Where did I get this? Did that always have that face on it? Oh man, that's not good. We do have 3 lives, but I mean, that's not good. Well, hopefully we can get a reroll, maybe. Doesn't look like we have any corrupt actions, but I don't know, there's gotta be something we could do, right? Maybe not. Alright. Well. Oh, they have thorns on them. Oh yeah, we could use that. We could do this. Reroll this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, great. Anyways, yeah, I was thinking museum for Thursday, and then Saturday would be something still lighthearted, but maybe a little bit more dense in content. So maybe Celeste on Saturday, Lego Star Wars on Sunday, Disco Elysium on Thursday, and Borderlands on Tuesday. That's not anything set in stone. It's just my current, like, docket of what I would want to do in the future. But it doesn't have to be that way. Nothing, has to be exactly like that. Not going to be too bent out of shape if I decide I want to just do Lego Star Wars on Thursday, you know what I mean? Not really that big of a deal. But we just got to get through this game. And hopefully I've got some kind of read on how to get these achievements. Because I have been multitasking a lot, and a little less than I used to. I'm still trying to, like, cut back on it. But it seems like I can cut back on it even more, do even less with each run. Which seems like the way to go. Otherwise, I'm just going to be splitting my focuses too hard. Just, not really getting anything done at the end of the day. Alright. What do we have now? More light shield, that is great. But what do we have here? You will deal double purification and apply double buffs next turn. The start of the next enemy's turn, if your soul heat is different from 6 and all enemies are not defeated, lose 1 heart. Yeah, I never take this. I feel like it's way too situational for me. This could be good. But just refreshing virtues is great. See how many shield dice we have. Yeah, I know we have this one. I think I saw one more right there. And we do have minor sand shaping. We do have minor sand shaping. So that is something, I suppose. Yeah, let's go for the refresh. Pick up some more shields soon if we can get that going. Let's keep going. I do want to try the challenge fight again for another star blessing. Timeless, refreshing mantra again, or cleansing conflagration. I was just talking about shields, so let's pick up timeless. And out of these three, our best bet's probably going to be Sunny Flares. Let's go and pick that up. Concentration, Timeless, or Shamanic Shout. Probably want to go with Concentration. Invoke. Invoke is interesting. Lets us have the opportunity to draw some epic dice. Yeah, let's go for it. Why not? I think we already have plenty working for us in our build, so I think we can stand to live with some epic dice in our pool. Now this fight might be a problem because it has given us problems in the past. So let's maybe approach it a little bit differently. Because now we know that the longer this guy lives, the more dangerous this nefarious pulse becomes. He's going to start applying it to, you know, more people than just himself. But while I do think we should get rid of these sentinels because they're gonna only make the fight worse for us, we shouldn't stall on this guy in the middle too much. So let's maybe keep like a steady burn on them going, like how they have 2 relief on them right now. We can keep that going every time we have relief available. But most of our damage I think we should send to this middle guy. We can just take him out ASAP. Seems to always catch us off guard with the nefarious pulse during this battle. Okay, this is a bit of a tricky spot, for sure. I do still want to get this relief going on the sentinels. Let's do that. Sunny Flares is going to be nice. Thank you. And now we have a bit of a problem. Because we can't damage ourselves to re-roll the Dissolve Life. And both of these are going to just make the fight that much more annoying. Oh, there we go. We can use that to hurt ourselves. For sure. There we go. Okay, great. Alright, barely made out of that turn alive. Got some good headway, though. We might be able to take this guy out just with our damage. Like if we send this... We can use this. That'll do it. Or the relief will. Maybe not the actual chanting itself. Let's see. We have some options here. We have an option to Hourglass Mastery something. Our best bet might be either Concentration or Timeless. With Timeless, we can get some shields going. With Concentration, that'll just get us more damage across both turns. And we do want to take out this Sentinel right here, or it becomes more of a problem. But yeah, honestly, we go ahead and re-roll this, then Hourglass Mastery it. Yeah, there we go. That's what we needed. More relief on that guy is great. Going in Timeless something. And I'm gonna have to heal. Alright, we're not quite out of the fight yet, but I do think we're in a good spot now. Because these guys won't respawn, which is great for us. And this guy is over half dead already. So probably only have about 2 more turns before we do end the fight. But we do have these corrupt actions on us now, which are annoying for sure. I think we can just burn them on our sentinels though. Be okay. And there we go. Okay. Let's see if we can't deal 35 damage in one turn. Might be a long shot, but I've seen better. Okay. So we still do have stunned, so this reroll right here is going to be a bit limited. Now our rerolls are going to be not limited, so good for us. Do we have like an area purify maybe I can heal myself with? I guess I can heal myself with this. There we go. Get that another reroll active. A lot of relief. Great. Let's see, how much more damage do we need? We're going to be left with 4 health. So not a lot. There we go, that should do it. There it is, okay. Got our star blessing, we got our money. We have our dignity intact. We're pretty well. What do we have now? I do remember this being quite nice, so I might just pick this one up again. Whenever you receive corruption during your turn, a random enemy receives purification for each corruption received by me. Same for the sentinels. Okay. Makes sense. Whenever you or sentinel deal corruption or apply affliction, apply 1 relief to that target. Okay. Or the hourglass module again. So sentinels have a chance of triggering Sands of Time. This is a little interesting, because we could obviously take the Divine Prism just for some extra damage if we have corrupt actions in our hand, and that'd be fine. But the Soulless Crook here seems like it's going to be splitting our run again, so we would have kind of an affliction, relief, and chanting build, which I do think could work, because there are a lot of dice in those 3 classes that have to do with each other. So we can get something going with that, for sure. But then we do have the option of supporting our sentinels with this, that we did pass up earlier. And we're not necessarily missing out on Sands of Time. We do have Sands of Time dice. But honestly, I'm kind of interested to go with the Crook, to see what kind of build we can roll into now that we're actually using affliction and corruption to our benefit. It could be interesting. All starter dice are changed into non-random, or into random non-starter dice. No thank you. I do like our starter dice, so I would like to keep them. Let's continue. Making great progress here. We're looking in great shape. Yeah, here we go. We can use this now if we wanted to. That should get us some good damage going. Rolling stars, I think, is still good. Well, let's go ahead and do that. Even though we do have stunned at the beginning of the battle, we are still re-rolling fairly often, so just a little extra damage here and there is nice. Choose any target that has relief, trigger relief, then decrease relief by 1, and gain 2 affliction. Ah, okay. No, that doesn't seem great for me. Pretty sure this Soulless Crook only really helps us if we apply affliction or corruption to an enemy. That's good to know that this is an option. Oh, I did not mean to pick that up. I meant to pick up the precision die. Oh, man. Yeah, I didn't want to pick that up. Oh, well, we're just going to have to keep it, I guess, until we can destroy it. I guess it's not completely useless. We can still do something with it. Alright, we've got another Star Blessing choice here. Got the Spectral Harvester. Whenever you or Sentinel deal corruption to an enemy, increase this counter by 1. When this counter reaches 6, draw 1 die. Okay, interesting. Whenever an enemy gets overcorrupted, refresh virtues. That could be great, actually. So if we're, using affliction and corruption, we would probably want the enemies to overcorrupt themselves. So that is great for us. Alright. This guy typically isn't really a problem. We never really have to worry about the Sentinels, because they don't have any buffs, and they can't die. So I guess we're really only worried about overcorruption. I mean, dealing 1 damage to a random Sentinel is not a huge problem. So I'm thinking we can just play this normally here. And once we start to get some corrupt actions in our hand, we can probably just burn them on the boss himself. And that'll help us more than hurt us. Let's see, what are we working with? Area Affliction, what would that do? Need to reread this Star Blessing again, just to make sure I have an idea of what we're doing. Whenever you or a Sentinel deal corruption or apply affliction, apply 1 relief to that target. Okay, so this would be counteracted, basically, for a turn. Seems reasonable. Yeah, look at that. They are going to be taking damage every turn, but again, we do kind of want them to be overcorrupted at this point. That is not bad. we're gonna be done with this fight in no time.